This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast.
I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said now. I'm getting awesome, you're getting awesome, we're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said. Nightmares, I don't care.
It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter and in the snowy ice castle that is Sorgatron Media Studios. And it's cold in here. I think I need to put in a maintenance request. It's freezing. Anyways, we are back. I am back. I'm mostly recovered. I had a bad head cold situation, and it was dizzy to look at things. But thank you. First of all, I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Thank you, co-host number one, Katie. Katie Dudas took over last week to traffic the AwesomeCast last week from half a state away. By the way, I didn't realize that when I asked.
Ran away.
Yeah, I'm just like, wow, this is she's really getting into this. Like, I gotta, this ambiance if I'm going to host, I guess. Last week, and I was like, listen, I don't know if you mentioned at the beginning of the show, but it was literally not until like after the show that I realized that you were in Penn State.
I was in a dungeon, it looked like.
Yes. But no, thank you so much for taking over the duties last week.
Oh, no problem. I had fun.
And then also with us from Studio D, it is John Chichilla.
How are you? Big
Bank International Gadget Guru. Are you still working on your Zoom backgrounds over there?
No, I gave up because I'm not going to re-encode them while we're showing because everything I have is 4K.
Don't re-encode 4K video while you're on the same computer. We're broadcasting a show.
Oh, I have i9s and 4Ks. We're good over here.
I'm sure you got plenty, but just to be safe. So yeah, I don't know if things are going to look any different for our remotes or anything like that. But we moved to Zoom this week. I'm off the Google Meet. It's just one too many things that I had to work around. And my God, is Zoom a nice tool. So
it's very forgiving with bandwidth too.
Oh, absolutely. It's been fantastic. I've been using it basically since Monday for production. maybe a week ago. I can't remember. I don't know. It's all fuzzy right now. It's extra fuzzy right now. But yeah, no, and we're looking to use it for some upcoming client projects, and it's like, my God, this is some good stuff. I'm geeking out on some of the just some of the settings. I'm used to having nothing on Google Meet for so long that we've made work. But anyways, this is the AwesomeCast. Please go check out everything at awesomecast.com. You can tweet us at AwesomeCast. You can hit us up at awesomecast@sorgatronmedia.com for comments and advertising. So Katie read the thing in the document that I haven't read for like 2 years last week. But at least
it was so funny because I was like, I started going and I had I've heard it enough times, I remembered it in my head, and then I looked down at the doc and then everything fell out and I just read what was on there.
Yeah. I don't know, my thing just kind of developed. So anyways, you can subscribe. Check us on Facebook. Definitely follow us on there on the Facebook page in the group. A lot of stories throughout the week get dropped into the group or clips from the show, as with a lot of other social media like our Instagram page. And also, please subscribe and rate us on your favorite podcast app, especially if you're on that Apple Podcast. We would love your rating and review. It would be very helpful. If you have not done it, and not just us, it's always good. Show some love for this Valentine's Day and give some love to your favorite podcasts in your podcast app, just to help get those podcasts in front of some other people, no matter how big they are, how small they are, wherever they may be. And of course, you can join us live every Tuesday here on Facebook Live or the YouTube page for AwesomeCast, or we're actually also on the Sorgatron Media Twitch page, and that is live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Programming note, and I can't recall how we're going to roll this out. We are going to be actually recording next week's AwesomeCast with the great Doug Durda of Yin's Love Barbecue will be joining us next Monday. We'll be doing that show, and then that will be I don't know if we'll rebroadcast or broadcast this on Tuesday, or we're just going to do the good old Monday roll. There's a community event going on the next Tuesday that we're going to be providing services for. So we had to do a switcheroo there, so bear with us. But usually we are there every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. If we just did it on Monday, just hit play at 7 p.m. on Tuesday and it'll be good to go, right? Also, thank you to our partners over at postindustrial.com, helping share the AwesomeCast and some other great regional news going on there. And thank you to our Patreon supporters at patreon.com/AwesomeCast, our friends at the Coffee Club level, Matt Weller, John DeGore, John Carmen, and Cynthia Klosky. And at the fan of the show level, Michael Fedor, pghmuseums.org, Professor Buzzkill, and Dave Podner. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the show. And everybody join us live. Hello, chat room. Hello, Amanda Narcissi. Hello, Dave Podner. I feel like every time I do that, I just feel like the children's program that says, "Hello, Jimmy." That looks out into your child's soul. But well,
are you too young for, or too young for Romper Room?
I do not have a personal recollection of Romper Room, but I have awareness.
So, because they would do that. It was like there was I think a magic looking glass, and she would say, "And I see Johnny."
Yes.
And Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, you always wanted your name to get called.
Listen, if I can throw a shout out to the Carl out there listening to the podcast, and I don't know that there's a Carl listening to the podcast, but I imagine with the numbers, there has to be somebody named Carl out there. What's up, Carl? This just got weird for you. This is that week of the AwesomeCast. Let's get into our awesome things of the week before this gets weirder. So where do we want to start? Katie, you got me with Big Bird.
So if you are on TikTok, like we've all been obsessed with recently, there was a thing going around where folks realized that on Sesame Street there's a character called Big Bird, and your Big Bird varied depending on which country you were in.
Oh.
So folks were sharing that the Big Bird in the US is a big yellow bird, and in other countries, Big Bird looks a little bit different. So this was a thing going around on TikTok. Yeah, this is absolutely wild. And so, like, depending on the country, your Big Bird looks a little bit different and has a different name. So what's really cool is Sesame Street took Big Bird's Twitter account and had Big Bird introduce his cousins from around the world, which is really, really cute.
And they also happen to share the same name.
Yes. It's very...
Well, actually, there's different ones. There's Little Bird, and then there's Palpus from Portugal. There's Minukus from Turkey, a big bird from Turkey. Yes.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, that's not a bird at all. That's somebody else.
Oh, that's Kippy the porcupine. Sorry.
I don't know. Somebody said, "Are we going to talk about your Israeli cousin Kippy the porcupine?" So then it gets a little weird with dinosaurs. But no, this was fun. This is fun.
Yeah, so this was, I think my favorite, well, besides being Big Bird, and I love a lot of things that Sesame Street has done, especially on social media recently with everything going on in the world and supporting kids going through this and parents. I love the fact that they saw a trend and then incorporated it into their own story. And I just thought, yeah, that I just see what you pulled up there.
Garibaldo from Brazil. Holy crap. What he's had a day. Wow. It's like their own who's the Philadelphia mascot? Gritty. Yeah, he's the Gritty of the Big Birds.
But he's one of the nicest according to Big Bird, so that was super sweet. It's a really cute feed, and I just love the way that they're paying attention to what's going on beyond. I mean, I don't know how much Sesame Street's on TikTok, but it was super cool.
They've always been really good about taking on the new media platforms, haven't they? Because like early on, like I feel like they've always had a presence on a lot of those. And I think they had even some customized programming when YouTube was trying to do the customized YouTube Kids content at the very beginning, right? So they're very often first adopters. But I mean, it's Children's Television Workshop. I'm sure they're always trying to poke at what the next thing is to communicate, right? And educate.
It's really neat.
So that's awesome. So if you follow the Big Bird account at Big Bird on the Twitter, and that is a post from February 5th, so not too far back. I don't know how talkative Big Bird is on his own. Yeah, it's mostly his piece. Yeah, everything's from like the 5th, so there hasn't been much since then. But man, Garibaldo is is my favorite, like, frightening thing going on there. So, Chilla, what is your awesome thing of the week?
So mine is not as geeky as normal.
What?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of bags and all kinds of fun stuff. And I think if you look behind me, I have these special folding hooks for my controller collection.
Mm-hmm.
If you could see, it goes actually all the way up the wall. There's 4 controllers hanging there.
You can get a wide angle on you some point here.
What I like about these are they fold up. So if I pull a controller down, I can flip the hook up. I wanted the same thing for my backpacks. So,
and by the way, he just
see if I turn,
by the way, for those on audio, he just gestured the other direction, and there's his backpacks. So
you can see here, here, there, and there. There are backpacks there,
yes.
and bags, European carry-alls, if you will. And I needed something that I could hang my backpacks on, but because if you notice, they're kind of in the middle of the room, I wanted them to be able to collapse. So I found on Amazon, where everyone finds everything, a 5-piece black folding coat hook, and I don't know, I think it's supposed to say hardware, but it says hairwear. Heavy-duty aluminum alloy hooks for hanging coats, no rust, wall-mounted with 10 screws. For keys, towels, hats, bags. Like, you could put these right at your like front door, and you could hang your keys from them, and when you leave, you could take your keys off and fold them right back up. They fold up, I would say it's probably about an inch in depth, 2 mounting screws. And interestingly enough, in my bag, I not only got the 5 pieces, the 10 screws, I got an extra pack of screws somehow. And they do also include, like, if you need to drill into drywall and you're not hitting a stud, they give you the, I don't even know what they're called, the magical pieces of plastic that expand. So super nice. They come in the picture. I thought it was interesting. There's kind of like a coppery orange color, but right now available for the mere price of $15 for the 5s to $3 a piece, pretty much. They have black and silvery, which silvery just looks like silver, but I don't know why they had to call it silvery.
Wait, it actually does say silvery right there.
Silvery.
Yeah, there it is right there.
Maybe there's some drinking going on while they were posting, because between the hairwear and the silvery.
Yeah.
But I will say they came like in record time. I think I ordered these on like late Friday night. Like, and by late Friday night, I mean like 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And they were here on Sunday afternoon. So
I ordered part of the thing last week. I ordered an oximeter off of Amazon, and that especially came like the next day. And it's like I ordered it at like 6 o'clock and had it by like 3 o'clock the next day. So that's impressive.
I guess they must, because these don't take up a lot of space, maybe they have like just a box of them at every distribution center.
Steve says wall anchors are those magical pieces of plastic you're
wall anchors, for. There you go.
Wall anchors.
Wall anchors.
I was going to say,
it sound like one word. If
expandy.
it was on here, it would say wall anchors.
I was going to use the technical term expandy things.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So that is, and those will be linked on the I added it to my cart. I don't have a reason for them, but I added them to my cart. So, but my walls are always, I have very weird walls in my house.
I created a private list, just quick tip, because I've accidentally purchased my cart before.
Oh, yeah.
If you create a list and make it private, you can like put, and I have a 4-later list, like if I ever need something, and that list just is ever growing.
So I want to go a flashback to something that helped me with my sanity last week. You know, I'm sure all of us have had something like this at some point over the last year, where you're like, oh, I feel a little like under the weather, and you're like, oh no, is this it? Do I have the COVID? Is this what's happening? And yeah, I came down pretty hard with some stuff last week, and I think it's pretty much amounted to a head cold, in the long run. So from everything I could tell, but the one thing that helped me out, other than having friends that have had COVID and had some pretty serious cases, talking with them about, like, hey, is this something I should be worried about, and having those conversations, that's been really great. And I did get an oximeter, and if you are concerned and just want to make sure that your oxygen isn't going down if you're getting sick, because that's one of the big indicators that you should go for. And I don't know that most people would know that, I feel, but it was like $12 on Amazon just to get one of those things, gets on your finger, does the pulse and the oxygen for you. But I was getting reacclimated to the COVID Alert PA app. So this is very localized, but I'm sure a lot of you, if you're not in Pennsylvania, there's going to be the equivalent in a lot of the states out there. Again, this was rolled out with the iOS and Android COVID alert systems. So if you are nearby somebody, it captures that ID, and somebody says, hey, I have, if I have it, you can get an exposure alert potentially that say, hey, you were near somebody that has found out to have this, and I don't know what happens from there. I have not had that happen yet. But one of the nice things that it does is, at least the PA version of this, is it has a quiz for you every day. And it has that you can say, hey, I'm not feeling so well. And you click through, and you have that, okay, are you feeling fatigued? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling body aches? Are you feeling dizzy, nauseous? On that whole list of things, taste, smell, those kinds of things that we're used to, which of course can be, same symptoms as just about everything else you would get, right? Except for that taste thing. But the nice thing that I realized after a little bit was, after a couple of days, because it's supposed to be a daily check-in, and after a certain point, if you don't have so many things on there, it's going to say, hey, you're probably going to be cool, but if this happens, you may want to go in and get checked out. You don't necessarily need a test yet, or anything like that. So it really kind of helped my paranoia a little bit. And the nice thing is, and this is something that I feel most people that just have nagging health things should get a notepad and write down your symptoms. Hey, my hip was sore on this Tuesday in February, kind of thing, right? So you see, it's oh, I don't know, I get it once every couple months. You actually see those times. So it was nice after a couple of days to see that my symptoms were going, I was reporting less symptoms. So no matter how bad I felt, it's oh no, but less is happening to you. You're coming out of the woods with this thing, and it kind of track that and give you a little bit of perspective as you're, healing from one thing or another. So, I mean, not high end. It was basically a symptom quiz, but I think it's helpful, especially for those that are like me and kind of maybe a little extra worrisome about these things. But yeah, it's the COVID Alert PA app. And again, if you're in a different state, there should be a version of this as well. And if you have it on, and you've turned on all of your exposure notifications in the settings, and there'll be a link that'll go right to it. It will it'll do the. So I don't know anybody that's had an exposure notification. Have you guys heard of anybody through any of these systems?
I have not.
I don't know. Is that a sign that they're working, or is it a sign that they're not working? I don't know. Or is enough people have this downloaded? I don't know. I don't know what the adoption is. So, but and it does work across states too. Several of them, not all of them. So, but yeah. Hey guys, you know what day it is? Well, it's AwesomeCast Day. That's obvious. We're doing that right now. But it's also, apparently, I learned, National Pizza Day.
What?
Really?
It's National Pizza Day, so of course we have to give a shout out to our good friends over there on Slice on Broadway. I spent a little extra time, said hi to Rico this week, and man, they were hopping. Apparently they had a lot of National Pizza Day orders going on over there, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza, and as it says on the box now, Yinzer made New York City style. I think I did that backwards. But some good stuff over there, helping feed the AwesomeCast for the most of our 10 years in existence over here. And they're a very local friends of the show here, right up the street from our Ice Castle studio. So Not to be confused with the Ice Castle over in Castle Shannon. I realize that may be a local thing. People, I don't know. It sticks out to me. But yes, so go check them out. SliceOnBroadway.com. And I do believe, because I keep seeing the ad, I believe the Slice on Broadway is on the Slice app. So convenient. All right, let's get into our stories of the week. Chilla, I have a couple video game things real quick that we can touch on.
Sweet. I actually, for once, don't have a video game thing this week.
What? Well, I have something for you. First of all, Electronic Arts is purchasing the company that made the Kim Kardashian game.
So I did see that it's Glu. The company's name's Glu.
Yes.
Is it pronounced Glu? I wondered that one.
I think it is Glu. It's a lot of those freemium games and things like that. So I mean, is Kim Kardashian is the Kim Kardashian game still like doing crazy good right now? So, but I mean they have a couple of these. Didn't they buy? Did they buy the Words with Friends people or Zynga maybe?
Zynga.
Were they there?
I don't know.
They're the ones
I didn't realize there was a Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, Jason Statham, and Gordon Ramsay games too.
Wait, there's a Jason Statham game?
That's what it says.
Is it like what is that game? Nicki Minaj, Gordon Ramsay. The Jason Statham one isn't linked here. So
yeah, it must be defunct.
Here's the Gordon Ramsay one. Or at least like him talking about it, I guess. So I don't know. I guess it is a little bit of everybody's kind of getting their own app. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, this is just how many of these developers they have. EA has several of them, and this is just this is the next one. It just happens to have Kim Kardashian a part of it. So, Diner Dash Adventures. So a lot of those kind of.
I may have played that one.
Yeah, I know I've downloaded a Glue game here or there, for sure.
The Jason Statham one. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's Sniper X. Is a high action combat game where taking out folks to make the world a safer place from 2015.
From 2015. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I felt like the Kim Kardashian game has been I know I'm not saying that right. Oh wait, here it is. Here, make it a safer place. I found the Android version of it. You have any pictures in here? There's some pictures. Hold on. It's a sniper game. It looks like a mobile sniper game from 2015. That's for sure. Okay. It's still out there apparently. Oh wait, look at that! Look at that artistic rendition of Jason Statham there. That's great. Jeez. Sure. Okay. It is compatible. What is it? Oh, Android 9. So it's been updated for the most part. 9's relatively new, isn't it?
We're on 14.
We're on 14. Oh, never mind. Listen, man, I'm running.
It's all relative.
Listen, I'm running a Nexus 7 that I'm lucky still works. So actually, if I showed you this one, Chilla, this one came home from California. Look at this guy. Look at this brick over here.
What is that a Motorola?
It's a Verizon. I don't know what the make is because I haven't pried it from this case yet, but it's a Verizon tablet, Android tablet of some sort.
Don't drop that on your foot.
Just don't drop that on anything. It'll hurt somebody. Yeah, no, it's I mean it's real solid, but I mean it's old. It is old. But still I was loading up like Twitter on it, so
I was looking at, and I think we may have covered it. I was actually thinking about pulling my Nexus 7 back out because there's the Touch Portal app. If you've seen that, Touch Portal is like a virtual stream deck.
Oh.
You can use with all kinds of software.
Okay.
I was actually thinking about, digging back out the old Nexus 7 to use
this one here. This is at touch-portal.com. So this
it's free.
It's free. Oh no, I did not drop it on my foot, but it was very loud when I dropped it. So, and I'm not worried about it being broken at all. So, yeah, okay. So this is compatible. So it says it'll work with Premiere, Photoshop, OBS, and a couple other looks like gaming kind of things. So I mean, this looks like a app version of like the Stream Deck that I know some people get.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because they have stuff where it works with more applications, but you can also use it to kind of create Mac functions and Windows functions, kind of like macros. I don't know. I was thinking about, it wouldn't hurt to give it a try.
Let me know if there's got any compatibility with vMix, and I might be interested in checking that out. So I always have, or even I know there's software for the Blackmagic ATEMs like we use here on the iPad, but I work with somebody that works in MMA, and I swear that thing crashes half the time because he's doing it on Wi-Fi in like the Monroeville Convention Center. You know what I mean? So I don't trust that to control my live pay-per-view. So if I had something that was kind of hardlined, maybe. So I mean, I use software on the computer, and this little doodad that you and this is Bluetooth into, I think it's Bluetooth. It's got a little dongle or whatever, but this is how I switch. The REIIE doohickey mini wireless keyboard that we talked about ages ago. You can see the YouTube video over on our YouTube page. So, but I mean, that works. It works very well. I mean, see, there you go. There's Chilla. There's me. It works.
And you can walk around.
I think I've charged it twice since I got it, Chilla.
Yeah, that battery does last forever, and I don't even think I haven't charged it yet, but I'm primarily using it like for a Raspberry Pi. So which is primarily used for gaming. So I only pull it out when I need to like run a Linux command.
Oh, absolutely. So Touch Portal, that's one. I need to put that in the dock for later, and that's one that's going to be worth looking at for some other things. That could be really easy. A new interactive short film comes to NVIDIA GeForce Now on iOS. Wow, there's a lot of happening right there. So also we didn't mention last week. Didn't get to. That's right, I wasn't here. GeForce Now is now apparently compatible in your Chrome browser. Before it was on Chrome OS, but they did, and I think you could kind of hack it with your browser ID. So yeah, for GeForce Now, which again for like $5 a month will let you play your Steam and your Epic Store games on like really cool hardware, better hardware than I have on hand, for instance, because I don't have like ray tracing NVIDIA computers hanging out here in the studio that I can use. But it's so if you want to try that out and you don't feel like downloading software or anything like that, so that's one more place that you can do that. So waiting for that xCloud, man. I can't wait to play my Gears of War in a browser and on my phone very soon. So what is going on here? Sundance Film Festival kicked off whenever this article was, and they are doing a Baymax Dreams of Fred's Glitch. What a name. It's an interactive short film from Disney Media with Baymax. I really should have checked this out by now. I didn't realize it was a Big Hero 6. But this is going to be an interactive short. It's part of the New Frontier Alliance showcase at the Sundance Film Festival. So again, that's like kind of an interactive streaming experience, I guess. Which, I mean, we've seen before. I actually played a little bit when they had the Game Awards back in December. Like they were delivering demos that you could play via this, which are, by the way, now always bugging me in my list now on Steam. Thanks for that. But I guess that makes sure I remember to buy it later. So kind of an interesting look at another way that they're using the GeForce Now streaming technology. So, but I don't know. What do you guys think? You know, it's kind of a cool way, you know, other than like downloading, like, hey, I need to download this like half a gig thing for a 5-minute movie, which I you know, Chill, I know you with the headset, you probably experienced that a few times.
That's one of my big gripes, is just the wait to download. I feel like for some of these things you have to queue them up the day before, the night before.
Very specifically, it works with the iOS as well, and that's working via browser over there. So
I'm interested though, since it's streaming. It says that the elements allow the audience to do more than just choose the path of the story. It gives them agency. Characters in the episode can respond positively or negatively depending on their speed and efficiency of participation. So, like, does it queue up when people start this? Or are there start times for this? And then you get to pick multiple different perspectives to change the way it works?
No, I think it's a very kind of on rails experience of some sort. So and there's a little preview here on the YouTube over there of Beta Extremes. So I don't know. We'll have to play with that a little bit. I guess that's a little bit of the view. So, but no, I'll check it out. And I think it's if it's just straight for iOS instead of you putting a controller on. And no, they've been really big on, and Xbox especially has been really good about having touch controls that you don't even need to like attach a controller to your iPhone. Like Minecraft Dungeons over on the xCloud, like it's supposed to be a really good experience if you play it on the iPhone just as touch. So I'll be interested to see what that is. I'm gonna have to poke at this one a little later. Katie, you got any interest in checking out this interactive Baymax?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I listen. I love Big Hero 6. Like I even love the cartoon.
We love that movie. All of us. I think we all watched it about the same time.
Oh yeah. And I've watched it 100 times since. So that is like one of my go-to movies. That's that comfort food movie, you know, is Big Hero 6. So what else we got here? Katie, what do you want to hit up here in the list?
Ooh, let's talk about something not awesome real quick.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is more of like a social media, just FYI, heads up. There is, as you may have seen, some of your friends have gotten the vaccine. Your friends and family members have gotten the COVID vaccine. And the big thing is to post a photo holding your little card that says you got the vaccine.
Okay.
Which is great that you're getting your vaccine and you're telling people you're getting the vaccine. But there's information on that card, personal information, that could be used by hackers. Mm-hmm. And there's also the concern of folks replicating the information on your card and forging it, and somebody else sells it, and who knows what happens in the future with these vaccines and whether or not we'll have to show any sort of verification. But yeah, it's I didn't think about that until I saw an article about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I've seen an awful lot of folks posting stuff like that. They got it, and it's it says where you got it, what day you got it, your first and last name, and sometimes your birthday, depending on which card you got.
And that's the other thing, is other than the social engineering, like these, if they can be replicated, certain things are going to kind of require these probably, for plane trips or anything like that, or certain venues or something, right? So that'll be an interesting issue too, at least for the number or for the time being, right? Until I don't know, something gets sorted out. So. Yeah, just for right now. I know you're excited. Yes.
Maybe they suggested adding one of the frames like on Facebook that says, I got the vaccine, or, you just post that you got the vaccine, or, if you want to let other people, let folks know that you got it, but keep the pictures of the cards out of your social media. In my mind, you get a sticker. In my mind, you get like an I voted sticker, but I guess you're just getting the first one, because I don't think anybody's, like, everything's at least a 2-dose right now, right? So yeah, for the most part, that anybody's actually getting. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Oh, but they'll keep getting them. Keep getting them. It's not easy to get them here in our area right now. So there've been a lot of discussions about that and what it takes and where you need to go for things like that. So excellent. You got another one here, another social media piece, right? Oh yeah.
Is the Instagram one
There's a rumor Instagram stories might be getting the vertical swipe like TikTok has.
What?
So if you've mindlessly been flipping through TikTok, now you can mindlessly flip through Instagram stories, it looks like, in the future. A couple folks have noticed they have an update that says this. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like Instagram has confirmed this is something coming down the road.
So they're just going to convert it, or I can do either way, or... Is it a preference kind of thing? Because you're already going vertical with Reels, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's whatever.
It's just the scroll part. It's not even like changing the look of the video. It's just like if you're going through, you're just like bloop, bloop, bloop. And it is. I honestly think it's easier, like using TikTok and then Instagram stories. I do feel like it's easier to get through things on TikTok when I'm swiping up to go through things versus like swiping to the left.
That action to me makes a lot of sense, because I'm one-handed a lot, and I'm just kind of throwing my thumb up the screen, versus I find when I swipe, like it doesn't always work as well. So I'm a huge fan of the swipe up.
I would just because I know I found myself lost in it the other day. YouTube, they're a swipe up as well when you get into stories there. So, I, so I'm noticing more of the channels that I follow, like that have at least tried stories, because they show up kind of in a different section on your phone now. So have you guys noticed more of that other than the stuff I'm putting out when you're on YouTube? Or am I the only one using the app on the phone? I'm very much using the app on the phone.
I use the app on the phone, and maybe it's me, like I'm typically going in based on like a notification, or I'm kind of going into the subscriptions panel and I'm just scrolling down.
See, yeah, I'm hopping in and kind of seeing, okay, who of the main things that I follow, whether they be wrestling or news, I guess, updated something. So, and actually,
so what tab do you like? I come in and I'm either destined based on a pop-up, like a alert on my phone, or I jump directly to the subscriptions tab.
No, I'm just flipping through the home, and usually it's like, hey, look, there's you, because we're live now. It's got whatever news is going on. All right, there's AEW Dark that I usually watch after this show while I'm editing, and then, okay, by Tenet, nope. And then stories. I mean, and there's my daily show and things like that, because I've been watching a lot of monologues lately. But no, I think that's the way I do it, at least. And similar, it's either on here in my iPad or Apple TV, depending on where I'm sitting down to work, because YouTube has become kind of that throw something up in the background kind of situation, right?
My YouTube is very I'm in there for a very specific reason usually. Might be looking for a specific video or a song, I mean, there's just something that I don't do a lot of just kind of scrolling through it. It's very purposeful when I use YouTube. I don't kind of end up in holes. I'm like in there, and then if I look what I'm looking at, and then maybe watch one additional video, and I'm out.
You go into YouTube with an agenda.
Yes. It's
So,
usually like, what was that quote from that movie, or what was that song that I can't get out?
Yeah, so you're like the rando, like, I need to find that one video hunter kind of thing. So yeah, it's really become a general consuming platform for me. Half the podcasts I listen to have video versions, and I listen on there because I got premium. So basically, it's like, well, it's a podcast when I, want to turn the phone off, and then it's hey, I can throw it on my Apple TV when I happen to be sitting here and want to watch hour 2 of This Week in Tech, right? So I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, maybe that's how some people listen to this show too. Is that kind of function. But yeah, it has really become my podcast tab is YouTube. So hell, we just put some of our podcasts, just pro wrestling news, we throw on there just as so people can listen to it on there. Because if you have premium, there's not much difference. All right, Chilla, you had a social media one hanging out here too. MySpace. Oh, really?
It's not MySpace. It's SpaceHey.
SpaceHey?
So go to SpaceHey.com.
SpaceHey. Hold on. So you want me to actually go into
yeah, sure. I'm signed up. We can be friends.
SpaceHey.com. Okay. Let's see what
the interface is going to look totally familiar.
Oh yeah. Is it? It's like,
and yes, you can inject HTML into your profile.
Oh no! So somebody just did a straight up MySpace clone.
Pretty much.
Oh wow! And even like page size and everything. It is not being treated well on this Retina MacBook. That's for sure. So this is not dynamic at all. Well, it's currently experiencing server impacts. They're working on it.
But it is working. So you can sign up. You can I would, if this catches on, you may want to reserve, your name now. So I have Chilla out there. And I joined 6 minutes ago.
Is it got the whole top 8 situation or what?
It has cool new people because I don't have enough friends yet. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far.
All right. I'm live signing up right now. And we're gonna add that to the last pass over here, and let's see. Hold on, I don't want to show off anything. Did it let me in? Oh, I got a CAPTCHA. Even the CAPTCHA looks like it's from like 10 years ago. Look at this thing. Selects the item that matches the one on the left. Actually, agree to the terms. Yes, I am human. Thank you. Get my username. So do I do my current username or do I use the bad username that I used back in the mid 2000s when I signed up?
Oh, I highly so in the podcast form, because there's forms. Two things that you may be of interest in. Juggalos, where y'all at?
Oh, they're still there from
And-
last time I was on this.
And any podcast creators on SpaceHey yet?
Let's see, Juggalos. Where you at? Where you at?
You gotta go into the forums, and then go under. There's a podcast forum,
Oh, okay.
and there's some topics in there that you might find of interest.
Did you find something, Katie? Did you find the Juggalos?
Oh no, I looked for Chilla, and it said the little green online thing, like Chilla's online right now. This is so fun.
Is that you? Yeah, we have nothing in here. Visit this profile. Notice. Okay, full control, something, and it does have it online. Look at that. So you have two friends, SpaceHey and Ann. AN. It's somebody with a camera.
I don't know.
Maybe Anna's Tom.
So what are we doing here? What is the point? What are we?
Oh, he created SpaceHey.
Oh, okay. Ann or On
Who's Tom?
maybe is our SpaceHey guy.
He's Tom.
Yeah. Party guy 01 on Reddit. Jeez.
I'm interested to see like if you could turn this into an easy way to quickly promote things, because there's not just a mess of information.
Okay, so you're saying that you want to be the first SpaceHey influencer, and the market is wide open for this.
Yes.
How long has this been up?
I guess it's only been since like November,
Okay.
and it has 55,000 members.
Jeez.
So
Well, okay, so you can use your SpaceHey to tell everybody to go to your clubhouse room, right? I mean,
and they have stickers.
in. Can I put my music player? You know, can I just I'm going to recreate all the pages I had in MySpace. Like, there's going to be a westernpajuggalos.com, even though I don't own the .com anymore. We're going to do a wrestling mayhem show. We're going to do one for my old rap group. So look for Crap the Music / SpaceHey soon. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, I wondered if I'm gonna get is it there's space for height, because I always ran into this is probably TMI, but too bad. One of the things that I always ran into, because MySpace had height, is I would have my height on there, and I would get people requesting feet pics from me, because apparently that was a thing back in MySpace days. I'm like, is this gonna happen now?
I can reassure you from what I get from every spectrum of pro wrestling friends, the feet pics is still a thing. Very much still a thing. A lot of feet stuff and interesting requests. So no, yes.
Oh my! So I think my favorite part of this article that Chilla shared was like, thanks to older friends and the internet, I heard a lot about MySpace.
Is this a social media hipster platforms? Is that what's happening now? Like somebody's coding project is like, let's remake Plurk, please.
So it was. Did you see the post? I think it was yesterday, about the Wonder Years.
Oh,
So the Wonder Years aired in like 30 years ago in like 19. It was so many years. I can't remember. Was it 1986? It was something about their anniversary from 1986, and then but the Wonder Years was based on.
It was in the 60s.
20 years prior in like 1968.
Yeah.
So if you were going to do a Wonder Years type show today, it would be based on what happened in 2001.
Yep.
And then I felt old.
Yep.
So we could be like the hipster, bringing back the SpaceHey.
And you could do
SpaceHey is the Wonder Years of MySpace.
Wow. Wow. Oof. Oh, that hurts my soul. That hurts my soul right there.
I'm 1,000% making my profile picture after this is, after the show tonight, doing a profile photo of me like in the most MySpace pose ever. Like I'm just totally making it look like an old MySpace.
Is it that over the shoulder Tom pose?
Yeah, or like the staring off in the square.
Oh yeah, that needs to happen. So Sorgatron and Chilla are on SpaceHey. Katie, did you make your username yet?
Yeah, I'm Dudders.
She's Dudders.
She's Dudders?
Yep, I'm Dudders.
Alrighty. I don't think I actually friended you, Chilla, yet, so
No, you didn't.
I don't think I got that far. Add to friends. This is so thrilling, I'm sure. So there's that, and I'm going to friend Dudders, and I have a top 3. There we go. Send my requests. Anyway. Prevent spammers. You can only send one friend request every 20 seconds. Well, we'll just wait then. Let's see. Anything else we wanted to touch on here? Jeez. I don't know. There's a lot going on. Something. I don't remember putting these other ones in here. So.
Oh, I think. Did I not put my name next to some of them?
Maybe I missed it. So.
It's my fault.
What you want to pick out one of these before we go home here?
The magic magnet chargers.
Okay.
So if you're a friend of MagSafe on the new iPhones, Charge Fast now has thin magnetic chargers for the iPhone 12s. So it's a power bank that just clips right onto the back of the phone, which I think is personally awesome. The charge banks also can use USB. They can recharge via USB, and they can charge one additional USB device. So I thought they were super cool. It's a 15-watt wireless charger. It is 20-watt with wired. It is fast charging and QC 3.0 enabled, and you can charge 2 devices at once. So you could actually have this click to the back of your phone and then have another device plugged in, which I thought was pretty nice. They're not overly expensive, on sale for $59.94 or 4 interest-free payments of $13.75. But I just thought it was if you even clicked anything to the back of your phone, it is as satisfying as the old days of MagSafe. So highly recommended.
I have a question. I have a wireless related question. Would the age of your battery perhaps affect the effectiveness of wireless charging?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I know the wireless charging, there was some claims early on, and I don't know how valid they were, that wireless charging can cause issues or alter the longevity of the battery.
Well,
I think some of that's been some of that's been conquered by software updates.
Is it bad to have your phone in a wireless charger holder and then also still plug in the USB because it isn't charging fast enough?
I don't think that would work.
It did. Because, well, the issue I had was I went on a trip, a work trip that was like 3.5 hour drive, and my wireless charger was not strong enough to keep me charged with the GPS going the entire time. Now, also, it's also through this thick OtterBox case, so I'm sure that's also making an issue. That we're not getting a full charge out of that, maybe. So, but no, that's just a wireless issue.
I would think that if you did wirelessly charged and plugged in, it would pick one, not use both simultaneously, but I could be completely off.
It seems to. I don't know. I mean, I just know it's charging, and I don't know which one I know it's charging faster if I plug it in, so, which it would, I would imagine. So, but the Anchor works a lot better, by the way. So the Anchor charger, flat charger that Missy got me for Christmas is very, very nice. So, but I was sad when I discovered that the iPhone or the Apple Watch charger was literally just a place for you to plug in the Apple Watch charger and then clip it onto a thing, so it's just also there. And I was like, oh, okay. I guess that's how that works. So you have to sacrifice a Apple Watch cord to the wireless charging gods. But anyways, excellent. So check it out. That's chargefast.co. Well, they're cool.
Yes.
Regular retail is $89.99 if you catch it after maybe sales or any other retailers. So there you go. Well, that was fun. It's good to be back, guys, and looking at weird birds and talking about MySpace. Bring back the plurk. Somebody's going to have a coding school academy project where they bring back a plurk, right? Like that feels like this is. So, John Chichilla's at Chilla on the Twitters.
John Chichilla on the Facebooks, and
Yes.
Chilla on the SpaceHey.
Damn it. Dudders is Dudders on the SpaceHey.
Yes, I'm so excited, and I can't wait to go take a profile photo later and possibly just pull up my old MySpace page. Can we still get to those? Can we get to those?
I think you
I think
can.
that you may be able to get to them, but I think they killed all the, like, you can't have the glitter shimmer animated GIF background anymore. But I think they're like frozen in time.
Nice. I'm just gonna steal all my old profile updates, like things that are
It's
like
I can
the
tell you
things.
it's hard to get the pictures off there because they have some kind of weird like container or something that they're in now. So
Does Justin Timberlake still own them?
oh no, I think they've had like 3 owners since. So, but that's when it got weird, was when they reformatted it for music. So, I got weirded out that I joined Apple Music a little bit ago, not that I use it, and realized I could friend everybody. I'm like, I thought we got rid of this. So, but anyways, Dudders is on SpaceHey. There's your other places too, right? So,
Yeah, I guess. Kate Marie PGH on Instagram, K Dutters on Twitter, and I think you go to Fishing Without Bait. There's an interview with me and some clips out there of that on their podcast.
Yep, just dropped part 3 of that interview today, and that is conversing about. I think we definitely talked about the penguins, video, and that got reposted. We put that over on fishingwithoutbait.com as well. So go look for that. And there's lots of clips, a lot of Katie clips out there on the social media. She went away.
I was just given a crinkle ball. That's why I had to go away for a second.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us over on the streaming chat rooms throughout the night, hanging out with us and correcting us about wall anchors. We'll see you guys next week again. We will be recording, probably streaming on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Doug Dirt of Yin's Love Barbecue. And we'll see you guys then. You've been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.